million less than you deserved, just so you could get a quick divorce and be done with me fast. And I'm supposed to stand there grinning? Christ. Eric couldn't wait to be done with me. Cut off a goddamn arm to be done with me. And I'm supposed to celebrate my humiliation? It's a matter of principle with me not to take more than principle my ass. Eric, you know everyone will be looking at me and saying, Christ, just how insufferable must the guy have been if it was worth $12.5 million to be rid of him? I'm not going to tell anyone what we settled for, Rachel said. Bullshit. If you think I'd ever talk against you or gossip about you, then you know even less about me than I'd thought. Eric, 12 years her senior, had been 35 and worth $4 million when she'd married him. Now he was 42, and his fortune totaled more than $30 million, and by any interpretation of California law, she was entitled to $13 million in the divorce settlement, half the wealth accumulated during their marriage. Instead, she insisted on settling for her red Mercedes 560 SL sports car, $500,000, and no alimony, which was approximately 1/26 of what she could have claimed. She had calculated that this nest egg would give her the time and resources to decide what to do with the rest of her life, and to finance whatever plans she finally made. Aware that passers-by were staring as she and Eric confronted each other on the sun-splashed street, Rachel said quietly, I didn't marry you for your money. I wonder, he said acidly and irrationally. His bold-featured face wasn't handsome at the moment. Anger had carved it into an ugly mask, all hard, deep, down-slashing lines. Rachel spoke calmly, with no trace of bitterness, with no desire to put him in his place or to hurt him in any way. It was just over. She felt no rage, only mild regret. And now that it's finally over, I don't expect to be supported in high style and great luxury for the rest of my days. I don't want your millions. You earned them, not me. Your genius, your iron determination, your endless hours in the office and the lab. You built it all, you and you alone deserve what you've built. You're an important man, Eric, maybe even a great man in your field. Eric, and I'm only me, Rachel, and I'm not going to pretend I had anything to do with your triumphs. The lines of anger in his face deepened as she complimented him. He was accustomed to occupying the dominant role in all relationships, professional and private. From his position of absolute dominance, he relentlessly forced submission to his wishes, or crushed anyone who would not submit. Friends, employees, and business associates always did things Eric Lieben's way, or they were history. Submit or be rejected and destroyed. Those were their only choices. He enjoyed the exercise of power, thrived on conquests as major as million-dollar deals and as minor as winning domestic arguments. Rachel had done as he wished for 7 years, but she would not submit any longer. The funny thing was that by her docility and reasonableness, she had robbed him of the power on which he thrived. He had been looking forward to a protracted battle over the division of spoils, and she had walked away from it. He relished the prospect of acrimonious squabbling over alimony payments, but she thwarted him by rejecting all such assistance. He had pleasurably anticipated a court fight in which he would make her look like a gold-digging bitch and reduce her at last to a creature without dignity, who would be willing to settle for far less than was her due. Then, although leaving her rich, he would have felt that the war had been won, and he had beaten her into submission. But when she made it clear that his millions were of no importance to her, she had eliminated the one power he still had over her. She had cut him off at the knees, and his anger arose from his realization that, by her docility, she had somehow made herself his equal, if not his superior, in any further contact they might have. She said, "Well, the way I see it, I've lost 7 years, and all I want..."